All right, there we go, and we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Do you still hear yourself echoing, or did I fix the problem?
I am not echoing anymore.
I'm a genius. I'm a mad genius. Ah,
Oh, the headphones is just a secret that no one
yeah,
ever cracked until today, right now.
indeed.
Howie Jones.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm sleepy today, but it's a Monday, so.
Did you party pretty hard this weekend?
Oh, yeah, totally. Watching Avatar The Last Airbender, doing puzzles, all the.
That's right. It's on Netflix now. So how far
hmm
in are you?
Maybe 8 or 9 episodes.
Okay, and this is Abby's first time watching it, right?
Like ever, which is strange because I feel like I've seen every single episode at least once,
Yeah.
completely out of order, and I was like 9, but
And how is she liking it?
she really likes it. She's
Yeah.
super into it. I mean, of course, how can you not be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first few episodes are a little rough around the edges. I feel like it feel like it like halfway through the first season. I think it really finds its legs.
hmm
Personally,
When they start going
um,
to different places.
yeah, yeah. Once they get kind of past like that opening arc, and once they get to the air temple, from there on, I feel like it hits the ground running.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
It is. It
It's
is.
such a good show. Like I'm watching this, I'm like, how is this a show for kids? How's that fair?
It's pretty amazing. So tonight we're gonna talk about this trivia tournament that kind of spun out of Friday's show.
hmm
And so I'm gonna just kind of explain to everybody like kind of how it's gonna work, what it's gonna be. There's still a few slots open. We had a lot of people sign up today. I think we already have double digits, so I think we only have like maybe 5 or 6 slots left
Oh snap! I better tell
at
my
this point.
girlfriend.
So yeah, I've been telling people like don't sleep on it because if you decide in a couple days it could be all full up by then. So
hmm
um yeah. So I'm real quick trying to post this video on IG before we really get into the thick of it. So until then, ask me a question so that I can just start answering it.
About the trivia.
Yeah.
Well, how did your new method go on Friday with having people actually be here in the room? Was that more successful, you'd say?
Yeah, so the reason that I did it the way that I did it was because I was doing trivia live for a little bit and people kept complaining about the lag and there's nothing I can do about the lag and just
Mhm.
having people constantly spamming comments about the lag drove me insane. So I'm like, I'm not doing trivia anymore. But I still very much love trivia and there's a YouTube show that I watch called the Movie Trivia Schmodown, and it is a movie trivia competition, and that's actually where we got our rule format from. And they go head to head in movie trivia, and I said, well, okay, what if I expand it to like movie, TV, and music? So like just more of like a general pop culture trivia competition using their same rule format. And so I was like, yeah, let's try that. And so we did a game show special this past Friday. We're gonna do another exhibition match this Friday coming up. But it went really well. I thought that the energy was really exciting. And I love the drama of it, right? Because like that third round, you don't know, like, okay, I have this many points. I have to get this question right to get ahead of the top person.
Mhm.
Otherwise, like, I'm gonna lose. And so I really like that aspect of it. So yeah, I think it went really well. And some
Good.
people said, hey, we should do like a tournament. And I was just like, yes, we should do a tournament. And so now we're doing a tournament.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and if anybody who's watching, if you have questions about the trivia tournament, feel free to post them in the comments. We'll bring them up and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Um, I will tell you that it is a 16-person tournament. So, like I said, I think I have 11 people so far that signed up, and
I'm gonna text
there's
Abby right now.
like 10 or 11 signed up, and so we have 5 or 6 slots left for the trivia tournament. It's gonna start next Friday. And once I have everybody in, I'm going to come up with a schedule. It could be on any of the days that we do this show, so either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. So we will work around your schedule. So if you're hesitant
Oh,
because you don't know if it's going to work with your schedule, as long as you can get off a Monday, Wednesday or Friday evening, we can make it work.
Nice, good idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna go pretty good. Like I said, Sarah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, will be the nights that it airs. That doesn't mean that you'll be playing every single one of those days. It just means that on one of those days, I will schedule you, and I will be working with you behind the scenes to make sure that we can get a schedule that works for all the people that are playing. Um, and then we're going to have community sourced prizes. So while this is going, if anybody is watching and wants to contribute to the prize like basket, you can. And when we get to the end, whoever wins will do a contactless drop off of the prize basket, like a care package sourced from our community, right? So far, Sarah is donating some homemade cookies. They are amazing. Kate and I buy them from her every Christmas, and they're so good. It will be during the Echo show, so it'll be this time, Laura. It'll be 9 p.m. The match will start. We'll probably do either one or two matches a night. The matches take about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's one person. It's not teamed. So it's only one person. So if you were playing Laura, it would just be you, or it would just be Dave, but it couldn't be both of you. 'Cause I know you guys like to, operate as a dynamic duo. And unfortunately, there's not really a good way to do a team format on here. Um, yeah, so that's kind of just a brief overview of how the how it will work. And it's a standard 16 person bracket, so round of 16 with down to round of 8, round of 4, round of 2. So
Here's a question from my girlfriend who I'm
okay.
texting. What are the questions about?
That's a great question. So we have 3 category trees. And I will bring up the first one right now. Once I'm trying to get this stupid IG post to work. Give me one second. I say Instagram.
Is
Instagram post.
IG,
IG.
Insta.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry. Just let me post this up, and then I will bring up the. There we go. Okay, so here is the movie category tree. So these are all of the
Ooh.
approved categories for movies. So the way it's going to work is I will randomly pick most of the categories, but the 2 players that are going head to head against each other, they will get to pick 2 categories from the approved category list from movies, TV,
Oh.
and music. Um, you can't pick 2 from movies. You have to pick one from movie, one from TV, or one from movie, one from music, or one from TV, one from So you can't try and stack it all, in your favor. You have to pick across the breadth of the categories. So we have genres: animated, comedy, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, thriller, action, adventure, so on and so forth. You have specific like actor rounds. Now that doesn't mean that the questions will all necessarily be about that actor specifically, but it will be all about movies that those actors are in, at the very least. Same thing with directors. It's not going to be like, who directed blah, blah, blah. It's going to be about their body of work. It could be about a plot point in one of their movies or actors in their movies. Decades could be anything from a movie of whatever decade, and then franchises is pretty straightforward. And then movie release dates, movie quotes, taglines, who said it, whatnot. Now, also, the more you pick those categories, the tougher they're going to get, right? As you start to burn through those questions, the deeper dives we have to go to give the information to get good questions. So, on the Schmodown show that I watch on YouTube, Star Wars used to be easy, and I am a person who's watched Star Wars a million times. They go so deep into Star Wars now that I can't answer any of the questions. It's insane. It's like what was the call sign of this extra, that was in Gold Squadron. It's crazy. It's insane. So there's that. I'll bring up.
So each what's the word I'm looking for? Participant gets to pick
Pick
2.
2 categories to put into the rounds. So
Oh,
it's a
okay. And
three
then do
round
you pick
format.
Do you pick the subjects randomly based on the four categories that you've been given?
Right. So I will pick the
Oh.
rest of the subjects will be randomly populated. There will be 3 movie categories, 3 TV categories, 3 music categories,
Mhm.
and then I think one extra because it's going to be 10 categories, um, plus plus spinner's choice and opponent's choice. So the first round, I'll explain how the round format goes, and
Mhm.
while I do that, I'll put the TV categories up. Um, so the first round, everybody answers the same questions, right? Um, and you have 15 seconds to answer those questions. You're going to write it on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper in that 15 seconds. When that 15 seconds is up, you show your answer. So you would show your answer at the same time that you say your answer into your microphone. That way, if you're going second, you're not just repeating what that person said. You actually have to show your work and show that I did have it at the time. Um, then the second round, on the show that I watch, they have a wheel that they spin. Since we're all separated, we can't do a wheel spin. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm pulling the categories from a hat. So when it's your turn, your spin. I pull the category from the hat. That's the category that you spun. If you don't like it, you get one mulligan. It goes back in the hat. Mix it up again. I pull another one. Whatever you get, that is your round. In that second round, so the first round, the point value is 1 per correct question. If you get a perfect round, you get a bonus question asked just to you. Uh, and then in round two, once you get your category, those questions are worth 2 points. But if you don't know it, you can ask for multiple choice. But then the point value goes down to 1 point. And if you don't get it, then your opponent can attempt to steal.
Uh-huh.
They can steal on the 2 point, or they can steal on the multiple choice. If they steal on the multiple choice, though, it's only worth 1 point. If it's at the 2 point, they don't get to ask for multiple choice. They either have to know it or they don't. Um, if you don't know a question, you can also ask for a repeat. You get 3 repeats throughout the game, and you can use those to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Or if you just like, I don't know, or if you didn't hear the question correctly, you can ask for a repeat. I will repeat it voluntarily if I believe like I have flubbed the reading of the question. In the third round, you pick 3 numbers between 1 and 10. Those are going to correspond to one of the categories. The first question that you answer is worth 2 points. The second is worth 3 points, and the third is worth five. So, and then at the end of those 3 rounds, high score wins, and that's pretty much how the rounds will go. And I will always explain the categories before the round structure before each round. So.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, and so these are the TV categories as you see. So you have genres and you have shows and franchises.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make sure they put Whedonverse in there. World of Henson, Jim Henson. Star Trek is in here. One for
I
the
see
West
Doctor
Wing, the
Who.
best show ever. I didn't put Doctor Who.
It's the only one I'd be good at.
I wonder if I should put Doctor Who in there. I
You
mean, there's a
should.
ton of Doctor Who.
You
Maybe I'll
could put
just do
just
like a
new Who.
British TV
Oh yeah.
category. That
Let
could
me
be
see.
cool. Yeah. And then the last round or the last category tree rather is music. I'll bring that up now as well. Music's a little light, so I think I will take suggestions on buffing out the
Oh, you
music,
know
and
who
I'll
I
buff
would
out any of
suggest?
the. We're not doing the Bastille category now. I guess no, maybe TV is the one that's light. I think this music category is pretty good, but
Let me
I'm
see.
open to taking suggestions for stuff on the category trees. But I will close the category tree. It will be locked in before the people pick their first, for their first match. So by the time that it gets to where you get to pick your categories, the categories will be locked. It will not add on throughout the tournament. Maybe next tournament we can do, expanded categories. But for now, once it's
What?
set, it's set. So these are the music categories. So you have your standard genres and whatnot, but then you have musicians, decades, and other you have song lyrics, number ones, mixed bag, one hit wonders, dates. Dates would probably be a pretty tough one. I doubt a lot of people will pick like dates. Murder. There is a murderer in true crime, I believe, on the TV category. I think I do have that. There's also, I think I was also going to add a true crime or like documentary one on the TV category, but I do think that's already in there. Yeah.
Well, I think I convinced Abby to sign up. Should
Yeah,
we have one of
totally.
the slots? She said, why not?
I will put the link for the form in the comments. We posted that earlier today. It went up at 10 o'clock today. I'm pretty excited because like a lot of people signed up today. You also pick your own nickname, which is fun. So you can have your persona when you're playing the game. I think that'll be fun. Let me put this in the comments here. So like Sarah's trivia name is Fat Ass Set. Somebody is like Sinbad. Somebody is Punky Bruiser. I like Punky Bruiser. That's pretty dope. That's a really good one. Oh, that did not paste properly. I'll try that again later. So
Just
yeah,
go to the Echo Facebook page.
yeah, or go to the Echo Facebook page. I tried to post it and it like gave me this weird link. That was really weird. Here, I'll just do it like this way then. So yeah, what else you got for me? What other questions?
Are there any things that will get you disqualified?
I mean, if we catch you cheating, right? There's no way to like keep you honest. Like we're gonna hope that you don't cheat. you know, this is just for fun. This is just a fun little community thing. So I would hope that people aren't, cheating or like having someone look up answers for them on the other side of their computer screen. If we do find out that you're doing that, you of course will never be able to play one of my trivia games ever again because I do take that stuff very seriously. Even if it is a game, if everybody else is being honest and you're taking advantage of it, that's not cool. Yeah. So I mean, besides that, I don't see like what else. I mean, it's on our late night show, so you can cuss. That's fine. Whatever. Sarah cursed like a lot on our first match that we did. Yeah, it's just gonna be pretty straightforward.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. Trash talk, light trash talk, like you can lightly trash talk. Like on the Schmodown, it's partially a trivia show and contest, but part of it is like based off of like wrestling, like professional wrestling. So like
yeah, that's such a weird combination.
And I'm obsessed with it. Like people cut promos like prior to their matches and trash talk each other. They have faces and heels or good guys and bad guys for those that don't know wrestling terminology. Kayfabe is a thing where people are in character.
Hilarious.
Oh, it's so much fun. But and if you are in the community and you want to give to the prize basket, PM me. I'm also looking for people to help write questions because it takes a lot to like come up with these questions for each show. So that would be great. And also, I will always have a co-host with me from here on out. So it won't just be me calling the match. I'll have someone else with me so that I can have someone to bounce off of while they're working on their questions and another person to read the questions with me and whatnot. So
I have another question.
Sure.
Is this only for people who live in the area to participate in?
That's a good question. I think if people live outside the area, that's fine. They wouldn't be able to get the care package, necessarily. But as long as you're in the Chicagoland area, we'll be able to get the care package to you. If you live like in another country, probably not going to get the care package to you.
No fresh cookies for
you. But then in that situation, if somebody was playing that wasn't local at all, they can win for bragging rights, but then the prize would go to the top ranked person who is in the Chicagoland area.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know how many different prizes there will be?
I don't. So far
It's
we
a
have
surprise.
Sarah with the cookies. I'm going to toss in probably like a $50 Visa gift card.
Oh man, now I want to play.
So I'm gonna throw down the hammer with that. I'm gonna commit to buying a $50 Visa gift card for the prize basket. Yeah. You can play, but if you play, then you don't get to see like the questions or anything.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, except for like if you were co-hosting a match, you could see that specific match's questions, but you wouldn't be able to see like the master list of questions.
All right. Well, here are the subjects I picked. Bastille.
We don't have a Bastille category.
Well, then I'm not gonna play.
But maybe a Bastille question comes up in 2000s music
Can
or
I write one?
2010s music or something like that.
Can I write one?
You can help write questions.
How many siblings does Dan Smith have?
No one cares.
The answer is one.
We're gonna lose viewers with that. Dan Smith's brother. Is it a brother or a sister?
It's a sister.
Is it Fran Smith?
No.
That would be awesome. Dan and Fran Smith. I'm just
I don't
saying.
know
That'd
her
be cool.
name, so if that makes it any less creepy.
That does make it less creepy. So now that I've shown the categories, I will be posting the categories up tomorrow. The tentative category list, and then once it's locked, I'll post the locked category list. People, if you want, suggest things you think would make good rounds. They can't be too niche or too focused. Like I'll do an Office / Parks and Rec thing because it's a pretty huge show that everybody's kind of obsessed with, but I'm not necessarily gonna do a round on Mom. You know what I mean. So there will be determinations. I do have a few other people doing question writing. My friend Joel, fantastic trivia player. I'm kind of sad I've never been able to go against him. I've gone against so Laura said Dave is interested. I've gone against Dave in trivia, but like on a team, and he would play by himself, and he would win a lot. He's pretty fantastic.
Gosh.
Sharonda, there is a Harry Potter category in movies. It's actually Wizarding World, so it's all of Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. This is not done through Zoom. This is going to be done through what we're using here now, StreamYards. So all you need is the link, the StreamYard link, which I will send to the players before their match, and they just hop right in.
Yeah, it's super easy.
There is not a supernatural trivia category, but there is a CW category. There will be a CW category which will have Supernatural and the Arrowverse shows, as well as the Archie show, the Riverdale, and things like that. So, yes, there will be Harry Potter trivia. We can also do like they do on the show. Sometimes they do exhibition matches that are more focused. So we could do a Harry Potter only round outside of the tournament, or we could do a supernatural, trivia outside of the tournament. So we could do focused stuff like that. And this is something we're going to do for fun just throughout the quarantine. But if you do enjoy the format, and if you do enjoy watching it as we do it, we would love for you to go check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown. That's the inspiration for this, and they're an amazing group, an amazing community that I am pretty obsessed with. Actually went and saw them live on the north side. They came to Chicago. They're based out of LA, and they came live in this huge theater. What's it called? It starts with an A.
Aragon?
No, it's in Uptown.
False.
A something name. I can't remember the name of it.
Aragon's all I know.
But the entire place was filled. Hundreds of people. It was the biggest show they'd ever had. It was so cool. Laura, yes, absolutely. I would love to talk to you guys about hosting and maybe helping write questions if you're not down with being a contestant, because Dave and you are great trivia players. Would love that. Prize wheel would be actually pretty dope. I could write the categories on a wheel. That would be amazing.
I've done
Sharonda,
online wheels,
you
but that's
said
not as
Brian and you
exciting.
are down for a team. This is singles. So you can be a contestant, or Brian can be a contestant, but you can't both be a contestant. Or both of you can be contestants, but you're not on a team. You're playing individually. And yeah, like Sarah said, so StreamYard's pretty cool. So I send you the link, and then you hop into the green room. I can have up to 10 people in the green room, but I can have up to 6 people on the screen. Um, and yeah, it's pretty fun. You and I can, like I said, I can bring up these comments live. It is fancy rules. Do we have a prize wheel? That's amazing. I don't even know what we have. I could do spoiler alerts.
That's my favorite one, the ticker.
Yeah, I love the ticker. I found that out last Wednesday when you were hosting, and I was Ghost Maui. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, so Sharonda, I went over all the rules earlier, but I'll be posting them now that I've said them here. Um, we'll totally post up all the rules for the competition. It's gonna be really fun. It's really short. Sharonda, it's like 20-minute match. I mean, if you guys go into like overtime, it could go longer, but it's a 20-minute match. Oh, the final, the championship match though, instead of a 3-round match, it will be a 5-round match, and I'll talk about that when we get to like the quarterfinals. I'll reveal the format for the finals. It'll have all the same rounds, the 1, 2, and 3 rounds, but there'll be 2 more rounds as well. I'm trying to reimagine what one of the rounds will be because I don't think it's going to work in this format. Um, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Um, and yeah, that's all the rules. That's all the categories. I can post up the categories again real quick as we're
I have
talking.
another question for you. I
Go away.
think you said there's open answer and there's multiple choice.
Yeah, that's in round 2.
Oh, okay, so each round is a different kind of uh answer format.
Yes.
Cool.
So, like I said, so round 2, you spin the wheel. You get your category. Once you've settled on your category, you get asked 4 questions in that round. Uh, if you answer it without multiple choice, it's worth 2 points. But if you have to ask for multiple choice, it goes down to 1 point.
Ah, yes.
Right.
I remember that.
So that's how you get to the multiple choice. Now that brings in all sorts of interesting strategy too, right? Because if you get around your weekend that you think the other person might be strong in, and if you just blindly guess and you get it wrong, then they can get a 2 point steal and make up ground if they're
Mm.
behind you. So you might want to ask for multiple choice just to keep them from getting 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're taking a chance, I think I know it. So you're gonna have to like think strategy with this.
Strategy size.
Same thing with the challenges, right? Like you can use the challenge for whatever reason. So, or not the challenge, the repeat for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you need more time, use that challenge. You don't just have to, or the repeat. You don't have to just use the repeat because you didn't hear. You can use it as a tool to get more time to try and come up with the question. So it's just all about strategy and like, okay, like how much time do I need to answer this question? I think I can pull it if I just get another 15 seconds.
I'll be right back. My cat's trying to
Repeat.
kill himself.
Cat's trying to kill himself. So yeah, any other questions? Feel free to throw them in the comments as well. I think we will do after this tournament if there's enough interest. Once people have kind of seen how it goes, I think we will
Sorry.
do another tournament or maybe some exhibition matches that are based off of certain fandoms, things like that. We can even go outside of pop culture. We could do a history trivia face off, or sports, or like whatever people want to do. If there's interest for it and I have the time to sit here and do it to make people happy and pass the time through this quarantine, I am more than happy to do it.
But you won't do best too.
I will do any category, any sort of thing except for Bastille.
Oh, damn.
No, I would even do a Bastille one for you. We could do like a private like Zoom where like you and your weirdo Bastille groupies.
Oh my god. That sounds like so much fun.
I would even do that. I would even do that.
Aw, Maui's got a big heart.
I do. I
Everybody hit
do.
him up with your really niche, strange fandoms.
But like with Sarah, like I'm gonna do a sisters one on one for her and her sister, and maybe like they can invite like their family to like watch them face off or something like
That's
that.
adorable. You should
Yeah.
start charging people.
I never know how to monetize stuff. I'm all just like, oh, I just want to do this for fun. And I would never monetize this because this isn't my idea. This is someone else's idea. This is the movie Trivia Schmodown,
Oh,
right? So like this is their rule format. I'm using it just to have fun and provide a service for the community. I
mhm.
would never try and charge with that. If I came up with my own game show format to do it, then
There you go.
then maybe I could. But um, Sarah makes another good point. If you watch other people's matches, then you can try and get it. Oh, I don't think they're good at this category. So maybe one of the categories I'm going to pick is going to be something I think they're going to bomb at because they didn't seem to be very good
Yeah.
at that. So yeah, we do have a donate button on our website. We have been in an epic war with Facebook trying to get our donate button on Facebook to work. But I will totally post it in the comments right now, and we'll have people hopefully throughout the tournament manning the comments in the chat so that we can make sure that we have the donate button getting posted. We are working on having a couple extra people to help with that. Allison does that a lot for us as well while we're doing stuff. We will have it on the stream for sure. I can toss it in right now if you'd like. Just let me pull it up. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun though. I think
Mm,
it's really going to be a good time. And that's kind of what this is all about, right? Just like giving people stuff to do through quarantine. And I just like being able to do this stuff. I like being able to interview people with this show. Um, this is a really fun way to get more people on this show and interacting with people. Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm just really excited to do this. I can't wait to see people go head to head.
mhm.
I've got
Can't wait to
um
ruin friendships.
no friendships will be hopefully no friendships will be ruined. But like my cousin played Friday. She's in the tournament, and then like one of her friends like reached out to me, like PM'd me on Instagram and said like, "Can I join the tournament?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" You know, a
Nice.
person that has like no connection to like my sphere at all. And another one of her friends said, so you're gonna have people co-host with you? Can I co-host?" I'm like, "Sure."
There you
Absolutely.
go. Make new friends.
Yeah.
Don't ruin friendships. Bring them together.
So yeah, and Laura makes a good point about all about nonprofits. So Echo Theater Collective, we are a non-for-profit organization, and we're doing a lot of this stuff because we can't do what we were going to do this year. We had 4 plays planned. One of them would have been done by now. The other one would have just been about to start. Um, so we had Exit Strategy that I was in the middle of directing when quarantine happened, and we had Rhymers of Eldridge, which our director Becca Easley was doing. We had in June we were going to do an entire festival for Pride Month, and the centerpiece of that was going to be a performance of Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which is a rock opera uh, in a rock venue. So the rock venue was going to be transformed into this like all day like queer arts and vendor festival to support that community. And then the centerpiece was going to be this amazing production of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Both of our stars of that are non-binary. We are really excited to be able to provide that sort of platform. And then at the end of the year, the only thing that we haven't officially canceled yet, but could very well be canceled, is the ARC Trials, which is a young adult science fiction epic play that we're really looking forward to doing. Hopefully, we'll still be able to do at least that one this year. But we had invested and paid for a lot of the stuff for all three of these productions, so it put us in a pretty bad situation. And so, like, while we've committed to providing all of this stuff in a digital setting, and making it as accessible as possible, i.e., no charging for it, if you can donate, it would be much appreciated. Um, it really does help us a lot. It really, really means a lot to us to see our community investing in and supporting the arts community. Uh, Also, on that thread, I am going to be releasing another form tomorrow, a sign up sheet for an arts and music festival that we're going to do in July. This will be our second Unity Festival. Our first Unity Festival we did last year in February. This year we're doing it virtual, and we've reached out to a lot of local theater companies, and we'll be reaching out to local musicians and artists. We're going to do this all-day arts and music festival, and we're going to raise money for a charity to be determined. We're looking for something that is specifically giving to gig industry workers and struggling artists, some sort of relief fund for them that would help people locally as possible. If that doesn't exist, then we're gonna have to build that ourselves through a GoFundMe or something like that. But hopefully, we can find a pre-existing organization that has a relief fund in place for local artists and gig industry workers. We're really excited about that. We have a lot of local theater companies reaching out to be a part of this, and we will officially be releasing the form for that tomorrow. So that's really exciting as well. So we have a lot of really exciting stuff coming up over the next couple of months. Stephanie, you have something coming up. I'm gonna switch hats.
I'm not taking my hat
So
off.
you've been asking me questions. Now I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh.
Why don't you tell us about what you have coming up on the Echo channel?
Oh, okay. So first we have Echo Submit, which is our one act playwriting festival that we're having. Contest. People can submit their one acts that they've written, and these are one acts that are brand new and should be written specifically to be done on a virtual venue like StreamYard here to be streamed onto Facebook and YouTube and stuff. So it's really exciting. Um, that ends at on the 22nd, very soon. So if anyone out there is thinking of writing or submitting, get that in soon. We're very excited to read all the stuff and choose some winners and put them up on the Echo page as a little performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
then we also have coming up on the 30th something else.
Yes. Reverb, which is Echo's in-house ensemble, um, has gotten together virtually, and we've participated in a bake-off. And a bake-off for theater is basically there's 8 of us participating, and we all had to put an ingredient in, which could be like an object, a phrase, a feeling, anything. And we all wrote our own scenes, monologues, poems, jokes, incorporating these ingredients into our stories. So, with all these different ingredients, 8 completely different pieces of art came out of it. And we're going to have an evening where we put that up and stream it. And that is the 30th, and everyone should come. Everyone anywhere can watch it. And there's some good stuff. Like, wow, I was like, we can all write pretty good. We should do this again.
We also breaking news. We only have what looks like to be 4 slots left in the tournament. Abby signed up as well. I'm saying I think we have 4 slots because somebody wanted to talk about possibly writing questions or co-hosting instead. So, but it looks like right now, as it stands, we have 4 slots left. So, pronounce it Noise, which
Noise.
I'm assuming is a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference.
If not, maybe she
Uh,
got it from me,
Maybe
which
got it from you,
makes it a
which
Brooklyn Nine-Nine
yeah,
reference.
which is just to show everybody that I am the best at trivia. Like if I were in this tournament, I would destroy all of you. Remember that.
Maui at the end just takes all the gifts for himself and says, "Who's the real winner here?"
This, this is the Game of Thrones. So so yeah. No,
Yeah.
but I think I would be good at some of these. Like I think I would be good like in the movie category. I think I could do most of the actors. I think I could
I don't even
do
know some of these people. I know Tim Burton.
who. Well, the directors? You know a lot of directors. Like I could do most of the directors. I think too.
Maui, do I even know my own name?
Yes,
I
of
don't
course
know.
you do, Stephanie. Yeah, I think I do pretty good at this. But I think the one I'd be best at is in the TV category, and it would be the TV theme songs. I think I would destroy at that because I'm obsessed with TV theme songs.
I'd be best at the Office and Parks and Rec one if it was only Parks and Rec.
You should watch The Office. It's a really good show.
I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Avatar and all these other things. Every week you give me a new thing to watch, Maui.
Well, if you like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and you like Parks and Rec, it stands to reason you probably would
And
like
The
The
Good Place.
Office and The Good Place
It's
because like
great.
that the common thread between those are Mike Schur.
I know.
Yeah.
Abby talks to me about it all the time.
Yeah. Sarah, the categories will be posted up. Actually, probably as soon as we're done, I'll post the tentative list up on the page, and then I will, if people want to suggest stuff, they can, but I'll probably cut that off by Monday, and if anything has been approved to get onto the list, I will add it and then post the locked in list on Monday. I think is what we'll do with that. And then Friday will be the first match. Will be the first match in the tournament.
How
So
exciting.
yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that. I don't know who my co-host is going to be for that one yet. So who's gonna be on the chair with me and call the match? There's also a challenge. If you think that a question is incorrect, you can challenge, and we will deliberate and look it up and fact check it. And if you're correct,
Ooh,
then you can overturn it, or overturn our ruling, or get another
draw.
question or stuff like that. But you only get one challenge. So if the challenge gets
So what you're saying?
rejected, then your challenge is gone. But if you get it right, then you'll keep your challenge.
So what you're saying is I can make up a list of completely wrong answers and the trivia people can only call it out each once and then they just have to deal with how wrong I've gotten all the other answers.
No, because
yeah?
if they get their challenge correct, then they keep their challenge. So as long as like their challenge is correct,
so
then
they can keep challenging. That would
they
be
can
very
retain
fun.
it. But yeah, so that would be fun. So yeah, that's it. That's the tournament, y'all. That's gonna be the tournament. We're super excited for it. Please sign up. We have a couple spots left. I'd love to see this thing fill up by tomorrow. That would be amazing. I'm surprised how many we already have. I didn't think that it would fill up as quickly as it has. So yeah, that's really fun. And in the form, by the way, it's super easy. It's your email address, your name, and what is your trivia game nickname going to be.
The nickname is really the hardest part.
Yeah. And I even have a fancy bracket that I'm going to post up once it's full up. I can show you the empty bracket, but there will be I can show you the empty bracket, but I'm going to have and everybody's going to have their own font, so
Ooh.
each name will.
Can you pick your font? You should have put that in the Google form.
Oh, I didn't download the bracket. I'll show you guys the bracket. I'll post the bracket up soon. But yeah, I'm gonna post up like once everything is full. I'm gonna give everybody their own like cool font that kind of goes with their name, and maybe even different colors and whatnot. And so like they will be characters, right? So,
Awesome.
So Fat Asset versus Sinbad, or Nomo versus. I'm thinking of some of the names. We have some awesome names. I can tell you some of the nicknames that we have of people that have signed up. Let me pull those up. We have Killer B, Bleakers. Yeah, Killer B is Kelly Belmont. Um,
Yo.
yeah, little teasers to some of the contestants. We have Bleakers, we have Quez, we have Sinbad, Fat Asset, Punky Bruiser, the Denominator, Boots, Nomo, Mavis,
No, it's
Abigail,
pronounced Abigail.
Abigail, and possibly even the Dave. We'll see. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. I will give you a murder font, Sarah. I promise. If you came in late, I urge you to watch the replay of this once the replay goes up, so you can learn about the trivia competition. If you're playing, if you're not playing, it doesn't matter if you want to. Donate to the prize basket, to the community prize basket. I think that'll just be a really nice way to do something nice for someone in our community. And by community, I mean, Chicagoland area. So, yeah, please check it out. Watch the replay. Stay tuned to the Echo Theater Collective Facebook page or Instagram page or website for all things ETC. That's about it. Stephanie, you got anything else you want to say?
um, Submit your one acts and don't forget to watch the Reverb Bake Off. The event is on the Echo Facebook page.
That's right. Wednesday, I won't be hosting Wednesday. I'm going to see if one of these lovely co-hosts want to take the reins on Wednesday. I'll be taking a bit of a personal day. The only thing I will be servicing to do is I'm doing a reading of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest on a Zoom thing that I committed to. But besides that, I will be disappearing on Wednesday, as it is a very important personal day for me. And to those that have been so supportive of Kate and I over the last year, since we lost our baby Ella, thank you so much for that. Thanks, and just thank you to the community, just in general, for everything that you've done and the confidence you've given in me and Echo and all of our wonderful artists to perform and do amazing, wonderful things, and to tell our stories. It means the world to us. We'll see you soon. We love you all very much.
We love you,
And
Maui.
oh, we love you very much. And Becky is embarrassed of your lack of pop
Aw.
culture knowledge. So there
Aw.
that is. Have a great night, everybody. And as we always say when we signed off, except for last Wednesday, in all things. Did you type it in the comments?
Yes.
That's hilarious. In all things, echo love. Good night.